Hello, my dear collective. If this reading found you at a particular time, then know that this reading is for you. So I'm gonna ask no questions in the beginning. I'm just gonna see where it goes. And yeah, we'll figure it out. What does this collective need to know right now? What does this collective need to know right now? Okay, we got 4 major arcanas, 3 upright and 1 in reverse. Oh my god. This is something major. Yeah. So we got the Emperor, we got the High Priestess, we got the Devil, the Hierophant in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this could be interpreted in quite a few ways. But this could be a love reading or this could be a self reading. So it could be something that is related to love, or it could be something that's related to partnership, or it could be something that's related to your self transformation and self growth. So, first of all, I feel like I see these two dualities. One which is so focused on, material, the material, and one is just focused on, authority. One was just focused on consciously, like actively doing things, and the other, which is more laid back, which is more feminine, which is more, intuitive. I see these two dualities, so that could be significant. I also see the devil, so there's again 2 people there with the devil on top, so that's like, again, duality. There's a lot of duality here. So in this phase of life, you could either be like manifesting someone, or you could actually be trying to balance out your life, your I'm getting you're trying to balance out your, I don't know why I got personality. That's just okay. That's kind of weird. But like, I'm getting that you need to balance something that requires balance, something that requires union, something that requires acceptance. 2 people accepting each other. So if you have been in an argument with someone, this could be a sign of closure. But it could also be a sign of temptation, something that is kind of I feel like what is bringing these 2 forces together is not like acceptance per se, but temptation, because the devil did come out. This is such a love reading. Okay, but also with the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like this is something that's very rebellious. This is something that's very out of the ordinary. This is something that's very not looked upon as something that's divine or great in traditional terms, but as something that's divine in a more rebellious way. I don't know why I'm getting the book Paradise Lost for some reason by John Milton. Could be something related to that, where rebellion is unintentionally something that has been made divine in a way. Or whatever you see it as. But with the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like you've gone through horrible, horrible times, betrayals, stabbing in the back, horrible, horrible things. And it's like almost like you reach the bottom, right? You reach the pit. You reach the bottom of the well, and you're trying to get out now. You're trying to see the light again, because this is the worst it can get. Like, yeah, you've reached that bottom, and now you're gonna finally sort of get yourself back together and kind of get up again. But if you put it all together, whether it's talking about relationships, or self-transformation, I feel like, oh my god, this makes so much sense. Your temptation is not necessarily a bad thing. To desire is not a bad thing. To desire is just human. To desire is very human. We are humans for a reason. We desire. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the message I'm getting. Also, I don't know, I guess the imagery of a person stuck in the bottom of the well, desiring for something on the top. This is the kind of image I'm getting in my head. Yeah. It's like union with the divine. Yeah. This could be through a person. This could be through some sort of act of rebellion, which is sacred. I don't know what it exactly is, but it seems very beautiful. And I think very major. Like, this is a major event that's happening in your life. One of the turning points in your life. What more do we have for this collective? What exactly is this turning point going to lead to? What exactly is this turning point going to lead to? What is this turning point going to lead to? Ooh, the Fool. Okay, guys. Y'all have a lot of major arcana. We have the Fool with us. That's like 5 major arcana. 5. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Fool, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, and we have the Page of Swords. You're breaking free from limitations by taking that leap of faith, or by climbing out of that well, or by seeing hope again. You're actually breaking free from any kind of imprisonment, any kind of traps laid on you. Is going to be broken free only if you decide that I do not want to be here in this place, in this bottomless pit, or if it has a bottom, then that's great. But you get the point. Like, you're just tired, but you also have to gather up the strength to sort of get out of this place. And with the Page of Swords, and with the Fool, like, really, like, after the Fool came the 8 of Swords in reverse. So that's like breaking free, okay? And with the Page of Swords, it's like, now you finally have the power to stay vigilant, to start over, to start looking forward to life again. And this time you get to think consciously, you get to think cautiously, to choose people wisely. You get to choose people wisely. You get to choose the people around you. You get to pre-plan things. You get to sort of, I feel like after this incident, you're gonna develop some sort of intuition. You're gonna develop some sort of psychic power, I don't know, but it's gonna help you kind of decide things for yourself. That's very interesting. What is this teaching this collective? What is it teaching this collective? That's too many cards. What is it teaching this collective? What is it teaching this collective? I feel like it's teaching you how to save yourself from deceit, how to sort of move on, not quickly, but with more power and knowledge gained. Yeah. And with the Death card, oh my god, Major Arcana again. Okay, with the Death card, it's like, yeah, you're transforming. You are in that period of transformation. I see moths, a lot of black, a lot of yellow too, and red, blue. But black seems to be the most significant, so like that is something like transformation, really. A lot of transformation. Because in that empty space, you get to create yourself. A new you. That is more intelligent, more self-aware. That is smarter. I feel like you rebelled against some higher authority. Yeah. I feel like you... Oh, this could be your parents. I'm just saying, this could be your parents. This could be. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But, this could be an institution that you rebelled against. Because with the Hierophant, again, like institution, higher authority. Emperor, again, higher authority. With the Fool card, it's pretty, like, you're, like, represented by the Fool. Like, you are this Fool card. That's what I'm getting. Let's see, what more, okay, what advice do you have for this collective? Let's just end it with some advice. What advice do you have for this collective? What advice do you have for this collective? You're being asked to let go of judgment, to let go of self-doubt, self-judgment of your actions of the past, of the actions of the present. Stop judging too much. Be like the Knight of Wands or the Page of Wands, I don't know. But I like wearing wand energy is what you need to imbibe, which is like spontaneous, but also like a bit cautious. You're someone who is starting life all over again, and you need to make sure you start it properly, with a cautious and conscious mind. I feel like there's a lot of hope around you right now. There's a lot of hope, a lot of potential, a lot of. You see this wand over here and how there are little saplings coming out. I don't know if it can focus, but like, yeah, here. It's like that. Like there is hope coming out. There's hope sprouting. And you need to let go of judgment. Yeah. Stop judging yourself. Start. I feel like you need to imbibe that childlike energy right now, which is about learning, which is about, renewal, sort of. But mostly like learning. Like you're starting life all over again, so you gotta learn from the scratch again. But that's okay. That's fine. That's cool. That means you get to do better this time because you already have your prior knowledge of things. And you're just, yeah, at least you get a second chance. Yeah, don't take the second chance for granted. You can do it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.